Dear boy with spyglasses, since you ask what I do when the canal freezes over, I'll send this poem Grandpierre wrote years ago. A poem I've never shared, except the first few lines, with anyone but him. It answers your question. Please write again, from your pharmacy to mine. We can trust M. Klein to deliver anything you send. And in answer to your question, he is not, and never has been married. Here's my grandfather's poem. She swam like no one I had known, this little girl of mine, as if into a fish she'd grown, all silver-finned and fine. But when the surface glazed with ice that sealed away her paradise, she couldn't bear my sage advice on nature's sweet design, and wept like no one I had known, this little girl of mine. But then she slept in air so clear that she could hardly help but hear the sound of someone coasting near along the bright divide. When she awoke, 2 slender skates, sharp-edged for carving figure-8s, lay winking in the sunlight by her side. 2 glinting blades on midnight boots, longing to be tried. Even writing smaller than I had ever had in my life, and even though it was, as Monsieur Klein had said, an oversized ancient postcard, I couldn't squeeze the final verse, my favorite, onto the message side. But in the heron's picture, above and beyond the proud head, I found a space just large and pale enough for me to float the last 10 teensy-tiny lines. And now she flies on nights so cold, the dry canal ice sounds too old to creak and crack and barely hold her blades from slipping through. This under, and yes, over water, liveliest, by far, granddaughter ever to have worn a skating shoe. This loveliest, no longer little, girl I call Zazoo.